So I've just marked on a line here to see how long it takes the Sun to go through its own diameter. When I started the movie, you could see the image of the Sun was right at the top of the line. Already just 15 seconds in, it's quite noticeably moved in relationship to that line. So we're going to see how long it takes for the whole of the Sun to pass through that line. Now Nadia's just been learning a little bit about different types of eclipse. What the kind of eclipse that we're having this time around, I believe, is an annular eclipse, which means... well, maybe Nadia would like to tell her. What's an annular eclipse, Nadia?
Well, should I read it off the book?
Just tell us what you thought the book explained.
Even if the moon is exactly in front of the Sun, and the Sun is not all covered up, since the moon is smaller than the Sun, and so
a little bit shows around the outside.
Yeah.
Do you know what they call that?
An annular eclipse.
Yeah, but do you know what they call a little bit when you have an eclipse that you see around the outside of the Sun, of the moon, I should say?
No.
They call that the ring of fire. That's about 1 minute and 20 seconds, and it looks like the Sun's about halfway across that line. So I guess at that rate it seems to be taking about 3 minutes to cross its own diameter on my optics. Which is pretty quick. Another thing that's kind of interesting is the fact that even when it's not a full eclipse, when it's an annular eclipse, the size of the Sun and the size of the Moon are almost identical to us when we look at them from Earth. Clearly the Sun is much, much bigger, but because it's further away, the actual angle that it makes in the sky, the angle it subtends, sometimes we say, is the same as that of the Moon. There we go, we're about 2 minutes 10, and although it's actually moved a little bit away from my line, you can see we're not far off it being level with that line when measured from the bottom. And you can see how much the Moon has come across the Sun. I think that's about there now. That's about 2 minutes 30. So about 2.5 minutes is what I've measured there for the Sun to pass through its own diameter.
Can I tell Mama now?
Sure.